Ladies and gents, welcome back to Better Late Than Never Gaming. Let's talk gaming. Wow. Wow. I did not see this coming, and that's a good thing. I personally don't like surprises, but when it comes to video games, I'll make the exception. There was a state of play, ladies and gents, and man, was I hype. I was hype. It was awesome. They announced it, and I was like, wow, I didn't see that coming, and that's so freaking cool. Anything about gaming news and updates, new gaming, new hardware, whatever it is, I just love it. I love video games, and I love seeing up and coming video games, what Sony has in store, and things like that. And yeah, I'm just so excited. So anyways, let's get into this state of play, shall we? Now, let's kick things off on a positive note. Returnal looks amazing. It really does. Returnal looks amazing, period. I don't have a PS5, but this game makes me wish I had one. Like, I'm just loving the look. The gameplay looks fun and story seems interesting. Hope this game is as good as it looks and that it does well enough so that we see more from this awesome studio. Like, I'm really wishing the best. I'm pulling for this studio. They have a good track record, and they make awesome games, and I just hope Returnal just does well enough that they continue to make awesome games and maybe even make a sequel, but look at me thinking ahead about sequels and things of that nature. Let's just get through the first game. But the game looks awesome, man. The game just looks incredible. So that I'm excited for that. Hope it does well. Moving on, Solar Ash. I'm a sucker for indies. Indie games seem to just have so much soul. Big things come in small packages, and that seems appropriate when describing an indie game. There's just so much to love with these types of games, and Solar Ash is looking pretty good so far. It looks amazing. Like, the art style, the colors, the gameplay looks fast-paced. It looks freaking interesting, and yeah, I can't wait to play that one. Moving forward, Kena or Kena, don't know how you pronounce that, but I love that name. Kena. It's like the way it looks, like the way it's spelled. Anyways, Kena or Kena Bridge of Spirits looks freaking woo. That game looks cool. I love everything I've seen so far, and this is another game that makes me want a PS5. Even though it's coming to PS4 as well, but I just want to see the beauty of this game on a PS5. Like, it looks so good. It looks so good that it makes me want to get a PS5. I think it's just going to look gorgeous. Now, this game is something that looks just amazing. From the beginning when they announced this game, I was like, what the heck is this? This looks pretty cool, and they keep updating us here and there, and it looks cool. And plus, it got a release date for August, I believe, so that's pretty cool too. All right, and finally, the Final Fantasy news was a nice addition to the showcase. It's Final Fantasy, people, okay? Final Fantasy. I'm a big fan of Final Fantasy, and yeah, I'm just glad they had something to say about that franchise. So, Final Fantasy Intergrade looks phenomenal. It's so cool that they are adding more to the remake while we wait for the next full episode of Final Fantasy Remake. It's just cool that they're giving us things here and there while we wait, because the waiting sucks. But Yuffie is looking super fun, and her design is spot on. The Final Fantasy VII Remake is coming to PS5 as well, which was really no surprise. I was pretty sure they were going to do that, but it's nice to know. All right, we got through the good. I'm going to jump straight into the not so good part, and I gotta take a breather. In through your nose, out through your mouth. All right, I feel that this was unnecessary. These announcements could have been a quick update on their website or on Twitter or some other less dramatic way of announcing these games. Why hold a state of play to show and tell us things we already kind of know and things that really weren't all that exciting? People were hyped, including myself, for this, and you repay your fans with a lackluster showing, in my opinion. I don't know what the heck Sony and Nintendo are thinking, but Nintendo Direct was a bit of a snooze, and the state of play wasn't all that better. And I hate to say that, man. Like, I want both of these companies to just do well, you know, and their showcases so far has been less than stellar. Like, forget stellar, they weren't even good. I think they were like right below okay. Again, it's like a Nintendo Direct, a State of Play. I feel like these are showcases that you really show off what you have in the works, right? You really get your audience hyped, because we're already hyped for it. You don't show us things that we saw 2 million times. You don't show us little games here and there or uninteresting games. And if you do, you know, mix that up with something big. We didn't see no Ratchet and Clank. We didn't see any Horizon, no God of War, no up and coming titles. No, we had Final Fantasy 7 news, which was awesome, but no Final Fantasy 16 news. Just nothing. Even something, just something, dude. A little teaser, a little update. Like, I just don't get what was the point. And I don't want to sound like I'm complaining, even though it sounds like I'm complaining, and I probably am, but it's not a big deal. There's serious stuff going on in the world, so this is not the biggest deal. But yeah, man, I just felt like I just don't understand. It's my lack of understanding of why hold these showcases and give us pretty much nothing. Like, why? That's my biggest thing. Why? What's the point? Again, you could have put this up on your social media, your Twitter, your blog, your website, your Instagram, whatever other sources. Put it in a PlayStation magazine, Nintendo magazine. You know, if you want to drop it on YouTube or whatever, that's fine. But you don't have to hold a whole State of Play or a whole Nintendo Direct to just show us this. Like, what is this? The Nintendo Direct was an hour, almost an hour long, and it was unnecessary. The PlayStation State of Play, thank God it wasn't almost an hour long. It was 30 minutes, but it was 30 minutes of unnecessary content. It was like, okay, you could have just told us this in a different way. Anyways, I'm going in circles, man. I hope this doesn't happen again. I really don't. I was disappointed in the Nintendo Direct, and I was disappointed in the State of Play. I thought Sony would do a better job than Nintendo did, but they were on the same level of suckiness, in my opinion, man. And I love both these companies, and I just feel like they could do a way better job. A way better job, dude. A way better job, dude. I don't get it. Anyways, I'm done with my rant. Hope you guys are in good health. Hope you're doing well. Peace, love. Holla at your boy.